Western Canada's representatives to the International Pairs World Golf Final in 2012 will be Quesnel's own Craig Delwisch and Brad Chudiak. After winning last year's Western Canada International Tournament in Comox, Craig and Brad have been training for this prestigious event that will be held at the Carrick on Loch Lomond in historic Scotland.
Anytime you get to represent your country is pretty phenomenal. About 2009, I guess it was, Brad asked me to play in this tournament. I hadn't played any tournament golf for 5 or 6 years, and went into this tournament with Brad, and we managed to win our local event, which I think we had about 22, 23 teams, something like that. That gave us the opportunity to go to Comox and play in the Western Canadians, and that was from teams from Manitoba over to British Columbia. We did fairly well that year. We really didn't know what to expect. We came 14th out of around 42 teams that year. Then they had an option to pay around $600, come back the following year as past champions from your local event. We did that, skipped 2010 as scheduling conflicts. We came back in 2011 and managed to play against 66 other teams. We won that event by a couple of points, and the conditions were horrendous, which was great for Brad and myself. We don't mind playing in the rain and wind, which is good for Scotland. So that now, since we won that tournament, gave us the opportunity to go to Scotland this year in 2012, October, and represent Western Canada. So we are very much looking forward to this.
The key is probably not putting too much pressure on yourself and just going out there and enjoying the experience. I mean, we're going to meet a tremendous amount of other teams from all over the world, and we should make some good friends. We want to represent Quesnel really well, represent Canada. You know, you play to play your absolute best. You don't play to lose. You play to win. You take each shot as it comes. Each shot, you try not to focus too much on the goal, but you take care of each shot as you go along, and the end result should achieve the result. At the end of the day, it should achieve the result that you want. We'll go to the golf course about 9 days before the tournament even begins. We'll have downloaded the golf course from the website, and over on the plane, we'll study the golf course, and we'll calculate, for example, if we want to be 100 yards out, we'll calculate what club we need to hit to about 100 yards.
When we're out on the course, actually, we do, like Brad mentioned, we're going to play a few times before we actually play the tournament. We have our yardage books out, and we're marking down what club to hit. The conditions over there are going to be not ideal, I would think. It's going to be windy and rainy. So what that does with us, and we're actually at sea level there as well, of course, playing in Scotland, so it's going to be a 2, sometimes 3 wind club difference, and that's what happened to us in Comox last year. So we had to really adjust our game, and that worked out well last year for us when we won in Comox. It's a matter of having the confidence from all the practice and preparation prior to the actual tournaments.
And each golf is different. The grass is going to be different. The bounce, the roll is going to be different. Each green may have certain slopes where you can't fire at the pin. You have to aim 20, 30 yards left or right of the pin. So when the ball lands, it'll roll toward the pin. And if you don't have that experience and being able to feel comfortable with that golf course, you're going to be at a disadvantage. And we don't believe one practice round is going to give us a competitive edge that we want.
The dates for the tournament are October 1st through 3rd, 2012, and you can follow our hometown heroes while they're in Scotland on their Facebook page at Craig and Brad's Scottish Adventure. For Shaw TV, I'm John McKenzie.